Hello, this is DrCecily. Welcome to my channel. I'm sorry that the last one cut off. Please like and subscribe. Now, I mentioned about the narcissist primary networks because if you've been like me through the church, through the community, in the workplace, you see in the community, you see that these narcissists do not operate by themselves. Now, I mentioned to you in my first video, I'm sorry they cut off, but it's too good for me to stop it. But I want to get to this middle group. That's the networks. This is the image. These are the people they surround themselves with. They want to make a good image. But these are the people in this that I'm targeting. These are the narcissist networks. They're the vulnerable. They're the vulnerable narcissists, the antisocial, they're the grandiose narcissists. They are the sociopaths, gossipers, rude, bullies, followers, fearful in the weak, who support the narcissist's will. And in the meantime, while all this is happening all together, they also have the target, narcissist target. That's going to be you. There's other ones, other targets. You're not the only one. But that's when they're doing their love. All this is going on. They're doing their love bombing. They're doing their discarding, their devaluing, and it's like that's a continual cycle over there. But these people here support them in this. That's what I believe. These will operate like in the triangulation, and then these on the end are just the one that image they want to portray, which is a false image. But remember, their whole goal is to intimidate. And this is what I want to get to in this segment. I'm sorry that one cut off, but I want to finish about what I want to use the example about how they used I had officers when I was a sergeant, and I had 8 of them, and how they wanted to, this correctional officer, I might have mentioned another video, he was, had got drunk, they gave him too much liquor, so he was just, getting on the stewardess, okay, like any male would do. But because he was on the turf, like I know a lot of this killing of unarmed black men is because of racism, because we've been criminalized because of our black skin, and it's to make money. It's really a system of greed, and it's a broken system, and it's a rigged system. And they just went from slavery, like I've said before, to sharecropping to the penal system. But that's not my target. But I want to mention the issue about the narcissist is that this person that's probably got the ego, the big ego, because remember they got, well, not big ego, but weak egos. Usually they're being inflated by wearing a gun. A weak ego person with and they're a narcissist and they got a gun, that's a bad combination. And all the other groups were around this one person who believed that this person should be arrested. When I let the person go under my guidance of my lieutenant. But the point is, I seen it. Let me give you another example. Now, the community, this was a community meeting, and in this community meeting, these were people over 50. So these were retired sergeants. These were officers like me, myself, retired sergeant. These were maybe some officers, security officers, nurses, just people, teachers, people from all walks of life. But I've been to many meetings, I've been to meetings with Department of Corrections in Michigan. I've been to meetings at Michigan Rehab. I've been to meetings with nonprofits and profits and all kind of police agencies. So with that being said, even as a minister, but I've never had a meeting like this. So I was invited to the meeting because I wanted to see if I can support it and do some good. When I got there were other like 14 people there. Now what happened, the lady, she was officiating the meeting, and the lady screamed. So, of course, I jumped because somebody's screaming let me know somebody's in distress or something about to go off, about to jump off. So I actually jumped out of my chair and turned around. And one of the ladies that invited me said, no, don't leave, because I was about to leave because I figured that was enough. My grandfather said, if it looked crazy, leave it. But I sat there and I just noticed that these people were people who had gotten there when the place first built, and they had their own set of rules. They were telling people where to park at. Well, public parking is governed by the parking of the state laws. And so I'm sitting here listening to these people, not talking about anything, not engaging in anything profitable or helpful, but just complaining. And so after a whole hour and a half, I just went and wrote it up. So when I got to the meeting with the district manager and the manager, they told me, oh, she didn't do any harm. She didn't do no crime. But see, like these narcissists, this is criminal behavior. This is evil. That's why the narcissist topic is so popular. And somebody said, well, if you don't have a degree, see, my degree is not in that, in narcissism, but I've been privy to it in the workplace, in the community, in the ministry, and I've seen that spirit operate. It's a spirit of intimidation and fear and control. And when somebody's hollering, that is a clear sign to me of abuse, verbal abuse. And then it amazes me that everybody in that area, because I want to say they work by networks, the people that have been there for 7 years, maybe 6 or 7 of them, they were privy to her. And I feel be like this, just like a criminal. If you have somebody and they drive the car, there's no accessory to the fact. Same thing with God. God gonna hold every thought, deed, and action. Every inaction God is gonna come against. So for those people sitting there and knew this lady was screaming for 7 years, and here I come 7 years later, and the lady was already brought before the president of the community. And then when I get to the meeting, I got and then what was sanctioned, so you got the group of people sanctioning it because they're fearful to say something. Or they may be bullies themselves, or is accommodating them because they're going to enforce rules that go contrary. In fact, by her screaming goes contrary to what the rules and the mission and vision of the community. But yet this Jezebel, because she's a Jezebel, is a spirit. It could be male or female. That our Jezebel spirit operates on the spirit of intimidation and control and domination. And any spirit that does that is illegal and it's evil because it's operating against the will of God. It's not operating under the principles and the word of God. So it's evil and it's illegal. So I get there, so not only was supported by the other people, maybe the ones that were benefiting from their self-made rules, and then the other ones too fearful to say something. So I come in, the new person, oh, I'm the one that's a problem. But the issue is this. Look how those people supported it 7 years. It was brought to their attention 7 years ago. And it operated that long. So I get there, I'm going to challenge it. So I sit there with the manager, the district manager, and this lady. And remember, the meeting was I didn't think the lady knew how to run a meeting because she complained the whole hour. And I hate complaining. So, other than them saying, well, you know what, that was wrong. You know what they told me? She didn't commit no crime. Now, see, look at the narcissists. They're not in the DSM. They're not in the mental book. But look, we can see on the computer that this spirit is running rapid. And as I said in my part 1 video, this spirit is evil. And this spirit is coming against not only man's laws, but God's law. Because what you're doing is you're taking a person to do your will, and you're doing it by intimidation, manipulation, and control. And that's why I put it around the networks, because this spirit is not operating by itself. This is not just one person. See, in that community, you see the people around them were either the fearful, or they were narcissists themselves, or they were grandiose, or they just like to see people get abused, because that's abuse. That's verbal abuse. You hollering at people. And then at the meeting, the lady mentioned she had a stick. She had a stick. Now I heard she had a stick, but of course I couldn't say that because that was hearsay. But the manager and district manager said, well, oh, Miss So-and-so, she didn't commit no crime. And see, this narcissist think they're not committing crimes. But they are. God will pay. He said, vengeance is mine, said the Lord. I will repay. So, with them saying she didn't commit no crime, I said, well, okay, well, I just wonder what channel. Okay, I can see that. She didn't commit no crime. But I wonder what channel 2, 4, 6, and 7 say about a woman in a building of over 50, people that's over 50, with a hollering and screaming with a stick would say. I think that would be abuse. See, that's a classic example of Jezebel. So when we see the person operating this, even in the job, they have a group of people, they know that person is like that. They know. I had a woman when I worked at Michigan Rehab. She was like coming around telling me, giving me, oh, I want you to do this. I put it back on her desk. I'm like, no, I don't work for you. Because I'll get fired doing homework. But she ended up getting fired. See? a Jezebel that operated for years. But see, we got to stand up. We can't sit back and be silent no more and realize that he or she is not operating in a vacuum. These are people that's validating her, that's enabling her, that's helping her out, that's in the process of triangulation. That's why I don't get up with no triangulation. Oh, so-and-so said this. No, he said, she said. Gossiping spirit is a lying spirit. And when you get that lying spirit, it's open to other spirits. Because it's a spirit of deception. When you understand the narcissist come to steal, kill, and destroy from you, when you understand that you will never win, when you understand you are like crack to them, you're like a drug to them. You understand that they'll just come back to love bombing to make the attack more. That's what abuse is about. It's accelerated. It starts with verbal, and then before you know, they're screaming, and before they know, they're hitting you. And before you know, they're setting up devices to get you, to destroy you. The enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And in this time, this is an hour of a demonic spirit. And I believe a narcissist, as I said before, is a serial killer. And they do have empathy, unlike psychopaths. And you can look at Dr. Ramani's channel. She got a powerful channel. Another one is Narc Survival. That's another good one. And Associate Narcissism. That's very good. Those three are very good. And they'll tell you, Dr. Ramani will tell you that the person that's a psychopath, they may be missing the part of the brain to empathize, but the narcissist does know the difference, but they choose to because of a broken ego or PTSD. But it's a choice, and they choose to operate. The Bible said, "Choose ye this day who you're gonna serve." So realize that it's intentional, it's deliberate, it's actually a trap, because what they're gonna do is more than likely get in front of people, and they're gonna take off the mask in front of people. And then when you see it, if you blow up, people gonna look at you like something wrong with you. But you gotta see, God said, in your meekness and in your quietness, that makes the enemy fearful. So you have to be calm against the narcissist, because they're gonna take that mask off. And what you have to realize, the empath will win every time. The empath will win every time, and especially the Christian, because they are standing on the word of God. And so when we see these spirits, there is no accessory to the fact. Just like in the criminal law, if you drive a car and somebody go shoot somebody, you're going to get charged just like them. Murder one. Same with the narcissist. God said, vengeance is mine, I will repay. Do we hate the sin? Yes, we hate the sin. But if you can great rock, go no contact, realize you are nothing but a means to an end. And when you get that understanding, that you listen to this video, that you're a survivor, you got some techniques. I'm learning so much just listening to other people's videos. And when I listen to them, I put a like to them. So please like and subscribe. Realize that you are a survivor. Realize you got that you got out, you got away. And like I had one come back, and they'll reach out like Dr. Rami said, they're going crazy. And some of the other narc channels said that they're going crazy, because remember, they don't operate in a vacuum. Just like those people that sat around and let that lady scream for 7 years. The lady must have been screaming for 7 years. They said she had a stick for 7 years. And it went unchecked. And then when I got in the meeting, so you see how the people around her agreed with her, gave her power. This is Jezebel on her throne. And she got to the meeting crying, but when she came back, she acknowledged me and got back into her prideful stuff. War, I'd be privy to some craziness. I think not. I'd rather live alone. I'd rather be alone to sit down and give way to a Jezebel demon, because it could be a he or a she, because remember, it's intimidation, manipulation, control, and dominance. Remember, the psychopath and the serial killer, they come to control. It's not so much about the sex. It's not, and if they're not committing sex, some are just desire. The FBI call it desire killings. Serial killers love to, it's their desire to use you. It's desire to manipulate you. It's desire to ghost you. It's desire they have uncontrollable anger. But see, in your calmness, in you controlling your soul is your boundaries. You have to set boundaries because faith without works is dead. You have to cut these people out and out off if you can, and you got to cut them off. But I understand there's sometimes there you have kids by them. They may be your ex, they may be your coworker. But no, do not feed into their negative communication. Do not respond. If you can go cold rock, go gray rock, or whatever y'all call it, do it. Realize, Father and Son, I deal with narcissists, and I see that they're evil. That's it. That's it. I'm done. Because, see, I know what their end is. And I want to know what their desire for me is to destroy me because I called them up and because I got away. So no, they didn't contact my friend. Then want to befriend them. And I told my friend, you want to befriend them. Remember, they'll lie to your friends. They'll lie to your family members. I got a family member now going around making lies. Do I love dearly? But God's going to repay that person. Do I go around and chase these lies? Don't chase a lie. Let the lie just go on out like it's going to do. Because God said all liars going to hell. And narcissists are liars. Remember, they are propaganda of lies. They are propagandas of defamation of character. They come to demean you and destroy you. They come to pit one against the other. They're good for that. They're good manipulators when it's come one. They want to triangulate. That's why I don't get into no, I'm not going back to deal with nobody. I'm going to deal with you face to face. But see, no, they are the weak ones. Remember, they are soulless. And they hate you because you love God. They hate you because you have the desire for life. They hate you because you got some morals. They hate you because you got a strong ego. They hate you because you know who you are and you know whom you believe in. They hate you. That's what the hate comes. So we don't hate them. We hate their sin. And we know we have to do some things to protect us. You got enough information. If you're listening to this channel, you one that got away. Thank God. Don't give them nothing. Because anything you say positive, negative, is for it. It gives them pleasure. Give them nothing. This is DrCecily. Like and subscribe. And thank you for listening to my channel. My little thing is going everywhere. There we go. God bless. This is part 2. DrCecily, the Narcissist Primary Network.